James had always prided himself on his nimble fingers and quick feet. In the underbelly of the city, where shadows danced against cracked walls and rain pooled in uneven cobblestones, he was a ghost, slipping past watchful eyes, a whisper in the night. Crime was a game to him, and every wallet, every purse, was a prize to collect. But James was reckless. He had no respect, no care for the people he hurt. To him, life was a series of opportunities, and he was the cleverest of them all. That evening was colder than usual. Mist crept through the narrow streets, curling around lampposts and drifting across the uneven rooftops. James wandered, hands in his pockets, eyes scanning for an easy mark. That's when he saw her, an old lady walking slowly, her steps measured, her white cane tapping rhythmically against the stones. She hummed a soft, melodic tune, the kind of sound that seemed almost sacred in the cold night. James stopped, hiding in the shadow of a doorway. His eyes gleamed with anticipation. She was alone, frail, carrying only a small leather purse. Easy prey. A shiver of excitement ran down his spine. He crept closer, silent as a cat, muscles taut, heart pounding with a mixture of fear and thrill. In one swift motion, he snatched the purse from her hand. The old lady stumbled slightly, murmuring something James couldn't hear. But he didn't care. Victory was sweet, and he vanished into the darkness. The streets, slick with rain, seemed to close in around him. At first, he laughed quietly, imagining the money, imagining the thrill of a successful heist. But as he turned a corner, a strange sensation pricked at his eyes. It was like a searing light, too bright, too painful. He blinked, rubbed them, but the pain intensified. Within moments, darkness consumed him completely. Total, absolute darkness. Panic surged. James staggered through the alley, clutching his eyes, calling for help, but no sound answered him. The city, so familiar, had become a maze. He collided with walls, tripped over puddles, and fell repeatedly onto the cold stones. The purse slipped from his grasp and tumbled into the shadows. By dawn, James had learned the cruel truth. He was blind. Overnight, in the same night that he had stolen from the old lady, the world had snatched his vision. Neighbors whispered as they passed by his apartment, saying that divine justice had struck. Some claimed the lady had a power beyond understanding, that she could curse those who wronged her. Others said it was the city itself, balancing the scales in mysterious ways. James wandered the streets, guided by sound and memory alone. Every footstep was a gamble, every sound a warning. He tried to steal again, but fear paralyzed him. The darkness had become a cage. Begging and pleading brought no mercy. Every blind person he encountered reminded him of his crime. Every sound of a cane tapping against stone echoed in his ears like a judgment he could not escape. The old lady, meanwhile, continued her life as before, humming her soft tune, untouched by the chaos she had indirectly caused. She never knew of James's fate, never knew the thief who had dared take from her. But the world had written its lesson in the harshest ink. As weeks turned into months, James's life transformed. He learned to navigate without sight, relying on sound, scent, and instinct. He became quieter, more cautious, more aware of the lives around him. The thrill of theft was gone. In its place was a gnawing fear, a constant reminder of the night the world had struck back. Years later, James would sit in the same alley where he had first seen the lady, hands trembling, purse long gone, heart heavy with regret. He had become a shadow, a ghost, feared not by the city, but by himself. The lesson carved into his soul was simple yet eternal. To harm the innocent is to blind yourself to your own path. Even now on quiet nights, he hears the tap-tap of a white cane echoing in his mind, a haunting melody that reminds him of the night he crossed the line and the darkness that followed. And in the distance, somewhere in the same city, the old lady hums her tune, living a life untouched by malice, unaware that her presence had been the instrument of cosmic justice.